Fans who love Conrad, I don't think you're ready for what you're about to experience in season 3, now that we've arrived at a major turning point for his character. What happens from here is going to be quite an emotional journey for the audience, and also one that is deeply meaningful for the character of Conrad. Let me explain. By the way, this is The Summer I Turned Pretty from the perspective of a former English teacher, where I talk about the show, the books, and the story we're all watching unfold in season 3. At the end of episode 3, we see Conrad standing in the parking lot, still processing the news of Belly's engagement to Jeremiah. There's this wonderful symbolism in the scene that as Jeremiah and Belly drive off in different directions, Conrad is revealed to be standing at this metaphorical fork in the road. Does he go with the love he has for his brother and support this upcoming marriage, even if it means losing the love of his life? Or does he finally pursue his love for Belly and make a last-ditch effort to be with her, even if it means hurting his own brother? This is a monumental inflection point for Conrad's character, meaning how he chooses to proceed will determine not only the outcome of this love story, but also his character's inner development. The show has been showing us glimpses into Conrad's inner journey, how he got here, and what is at stake. In episode 1, we saw how far Conrad has come since leaving home. He's clearly has some healing and growth. We learned that he's doing well in med school and has made meaningful relationships where he's able to be honest with his feelings. In a very revealing scene with his therapist, we learned that Conrad struggles with the fears of things happening outside of his control and everything going wrong. And it's very easy to understand how this is a direct result of what happened with his mom. Then in episode 3, we learn from Conrad's conversation with Agnes that he's really only been okay because he stayed away from home, specifically away from Belly. Conrad realizes this is not really sustainable, that he can't just avoid everyone back home forever. And it's really this specific conversation here and his friendship with Agnes that convinces him to go back home. Because we learn that Agnes was, and maybe still a little is, in love with Conrad. And even though he didn't feel the same way, she, in her own words, sucked it up, stuck it out, and worked through it. And we see how indeed they're able to be just good friends. This is what gave Conrad enough confidence to go back home. The singular idea and hope that if he just suck it up, stick it out, and work through it, that maybe he can get to a place with Belly where they're able to be just good friends. And we see him do just that at Susanna's dedication and lunch, sucking it up, sticking it out, and working through it. And he probably felt like he was doing pretty okay, that this whole thing might just work out until Belly announced that she and Jeremiah are getting married. In this moment, all of Conrad's worst fears came true. This is outside of his control. This is the worst thing that could happen. It's like what happened with his mom all over again. This engagement announcement is the terminal diagnosis that says he's about to lose Belly forever. This parallel experience is so meaningful, and it's what makes this fork in the road a pivotal point for Conrad's character. Will he choose to deal with it differently this time? Because during his mom's illness and death, Conrad kept everything inside and walled himself off, not just from the other characters in the story, but also from the audience. With the show, we're able to get some sense of Conrad's true feelings, but really, we were not led into his character's inner world in the first 2 seasons. We didn't get any narration or inner monologue from Conrad the way we did with Belly and Jeremiah. And this was actually a brilliant choice by the writer Jenny Han in both the books and the show, because doing this allowed us to experience Conrad the same way Belly did, closed off and emotionally unavailable. But in book 3, and now season 3 of the show, we're finally being led into Conrad's inner world. And we will get to experience firsthand, just like Belly, what it feels like when Conrad finally opens up without holding anything back.